Pastor Peter Christian Hessing in Douglas, Arizona. Douglas is a very small, poor town in Arizona. It's on the U.S.-Mexican border in Arizona. It's a poor town, but it has been blessed by God, blessed by Jesus. It has the Guinness World Book records of having the most churches on one block. And we're going to take a tour and show you the many churches that Douglas has, why Douglas has the Guinness World Book records for the most churches on one block. It's really a blessing of God and a blessing of Jesus. As Jesus says, go into the world, preach the gospel, and spread it among the nations. Now, this is the first church here. This is the first Baptist church here on one side of the block. This is the First Baptist Church, and we're going to take a tour. As you see, they have, Sunday services. They have Wednesday Bible study. So we go along a beautiful church. This is the First Baptist Church on one side of the block that is made that they have Sunday service at 9:30. But we go around here, and we're going to do this very fast. And I'll take a tour of what we call Church Square, which makes this town famous. Some towns have, oil and gold and diamonds, all these iron and copper and all these valuable minerals. But Douglas has, its value is in its Christian churches. So this is the First Baptist Church on one side of the block. And we're going to go down. Over here is the next church that has made this town world famous as the town with the most churches on the block. They have about 4 churches on one block, and then on the next block they have about another 2 or 3. So there is a space of 2 blocks. They have about 7, 8 churches. All right. So this is the next church on the block. They made this church. The city so famous. This is the Methodist church. They have here some stuff for kids there for the children. Here, this is the Methodist. As you can see, this is the Methodist Episcopalian church on the next side of the block. So we go around the block here, and this is the next church on the next side of the block. This is the Methodist church. I used to go to a Methodist church in Jamaica. I know in the U.S. So here we have, this is the Grace Methodist Church there on the other side of the block. I used to go to a Methodist church in Jamaica. So we're Methodists and Baptists. We're all sisters and brothers, whatever we are, whether we are Jehovah's Witnesses or Seventh-day Adventists. So this is the next church on the block. This is one goes right around here. There. A beautiful church that has made this town world famous as the town with the most churches on the block. So they have here, games for the kids, swings, and children that like to play, go on rides and swings and all of that. That's the part of the Methodist and Episcopalian church, and you have stuff for the kids here. The Methodist and the Episcopalian here, they have a lot of games and stuff for the kids, for Sunday school and Bible study and so forth. So we're going up the block. We're going around the block, making a tour of Church Square that has made this little town of Douglas world famous as the town with the most churches on the block. So now we are going into this is part of the Episcopalian church. You see how beautiful it is, really built out of the brownstone, and it looks like one of these cathedrals. Beautiful church, and it shows you the spirit of God and Jesus can do. When Jesus told his disciples to go out and go to the world and preach the gospel, and they went out, built churches there. We have a sign that Black Lives Matter, woman rights are human rights. Nobody is illegal, and that's very good. And then the cross there of God, and Jesus, we gotta thank God. And Jesus gave his life to save the world. As Jesus said, I'm the light of the world. Because through Jesus, so many things change. You know, Jesus brought, he started to heal people. They built hospitals and, you know, clinics to heal people. In every country, it's the Christians that started, the Christian churches started to build schools and started to educate people and have hospitals, social service. So this is the next church. On another side of the block here, this is, it says, Bienvenidos, welcome, because, you know, we have a large Mexican population here, you know, adoration, Los Domingos, on Sundays, it has the bilingual. This is St. Stephen's Episcopal Church that is on the upper northern side of the block that it helps to complete the square that makes this town having the most churches and blocks. So here you have the Episcopalian Church. You know, St. Stephen's Episcopalian. You know, we used to go to an Episcopalian church in New York when I lived in New York. We went to all kinds of churches, Jehovah's Witnesses, you know, Seventh Day. Hey, how are you doing? God bless. You know, God bless you. So, a beautiful church, a really big, strong churches. These were built probably over 100 years ago, you know, by the miners. You know, they started out. Douglas was a ranching town. Then they had gone to the copper mining, and a lot of the miners and the cattle ranchers built these buildings, very strong cathedral, like beautiful brownstone. You can call it, you know, Gothic. You know, these churches are really like cathedrals. And as we go on the other side here. This is the Presbyterian church. And I've been to all these churches. Jamaica, we went to Baptist. We went to, you know, I was at Calabar. We graduated high school. Our school was a Baptist church. Calabar is a Baptist school. We had a theological college, actually. We are very closely associated with the Southern Baptists here and with the Martin Luther King's civil rights movement there. So, you know, I was lucky. I thank the Lord that God blessed me and gave me the opportunity. I grew up with a lot of pastors. You know, all our schools were either Baptist schools, also went to a Catholic school. Yeah, but this is the other church that completes the four square that makes Douglas, you know, the church, the Guinness World Book records of having the most churches on one block. And you can see here, this is the first Presbyterian church a church here. And of course they have it in English and Spanish, you know, Primera Iglesia Presbyteriano, and they have it also in English. I have been to beautiful churches. It's a beautiful building, as you can see the design here, the brownstone, you know, were built by the ranchers and the copper miners that built the town of Douglas here, and so beautiful that is. But also, this is in one block. Here are four churches in one block. But if you look over here, if you go up here on the next block, we have another church. There's a Catholic church up here. If you go up here, you're going to find a Catholic church on the next block. So four churches, and then if you go over here, as you look, you can see over here, I'm showing you where that green tree is. That is another church. You actually can walk up there. The Catholics are very popular. I'll show you another church here. On the next block, we have another church, which is a Catholic church known as Immaculate, very popular, and a lot of the residents have been Mexican. You know, that's probably, they have the most. I think they have the most people, the most attendance. Over here on the next block, you have the Catholics. So you have about 6, 7, and we're going to show you two more. So in one block we have about, in 2 blocks we have about 7 churches. So they really have made Douglas, Arizona, the famous in the world Guinness Book of World Records, the most churches on a block or in 2 blocks. You know, that's a beautiful Catholic church. They're probably one of the largest churches here. They probably have the largest. There we have built a church, Douglas Tabernacle. We are associated with the Baptists. We are further up on 15th Street. You go up, we have a blue church up there, Douglas Tabernacle. That's the church that we helped to found. We helped to found with with my other friends and so forth. It's a blue church, and we are Douglas Tabernacle. We're up on 15th Street. So this is the Catholic Church. This is, you're welcome to come by if you want to come by and visit Douglas. You come to its famous church. Now this is the Catholic Church on the next block. So in the space of 2 blocks, we have about 7, 8 churches. Over there, that's the Catholic Church there, right there. And right there is the Catholic Church that gives us that's a beautiful Catholic church over there. Probably one of the largest churches in terms of people coming. Our church, Douglas Tabernacle, is a beautiful blue church. I think we have the largest parking. We have probably the largest parking lot of all these churches. We might have the largest square footage of all the churches. But the church has to be people. It has to be people. The church is not just a building. It has to be. Over here on the next block here, you have another church. It's a faith ministry. So in the space of 2 blocks that has made this city of Douglas so famous as the most churches, you have faith ministries. Here you see another church over there, faith ministries. And if you go down the block, there's another church, a Nazarene, across the street, another Nazarene church. So, it really is the largest. We are definitely the city with the most churches in a block or 2 blocks. That's faith ministry. It's a very popular church. A lot of people go there. But you have to know, the important thing of the church is not the building. It's having people. Hey, what's up? God bless. It's having people, bringing people together of all nations, black, white. I'm from Jamaica, Jamaicans, West Indians, African Americans, Mexicans, Irish, Italians, bringing all the peoples of the world together. The purpose of Christian God is that we can love each other. Christian, Muslims, Jews, Hindu, because the God who created the world, He created us as all brothers and sisters. We are all the same Father. So we have to make peace and end poverty. So this is the next church. Faith Ministries here, and do God what Jesus' mission to have love and bring people of the world together. There's another, in front of this, there's another church of the Nazarene, a church of the Nazarene. So over there you see another church. So they're really, this poor city really has lived up to its name as the most churches on the block. So come down and visit. Go to churches on Sunday. As Jesus says, go and preach the gospel. Repent and be saved. Turn to God, turn to Jesus, and let's make peace and love in the world. Pastor Peter Christian Hessing. Let's end poverty. Let's get rid of nuclear weapons. We need a 24/7 system of inspections by the International Atomic Agency to get rid of nuclear weapons and end poverty. Everybody. We have computers. Everybody can have an online business. Everybody can do videos. We can end poverty. And I told my patent inventor, we invented this anti-nuclear missile cutting boomerang system that can pick up nuclear weapons and send it back. The patent pending number here, 156582121. But all these things that we have to do and deal with climate change, end poverty and homelessness are there. Give your hearts and life to God and Jesus. Pastor Peter Christian Hessing. God bless you. Peace and love.